Alright guys, hey, welcome to another video here with Mr. Sievers while we're still on lockdown but getting close to having actual summer now. So today guys, we're going to need kind of a lot of stuff, but we're actually going to make a recipe. We're going to work on a healthy, nutritious recipe, something that's easy for us to do, that almost all the ingredients, the things that we need, can be found right here in our kitchen. So you can see we're in my kitchen today, guys, okay? And during this video, you'll be able to see me as well as kind of what I'm doing on the picture-in-picture camera, okay? So just do your best. Maybe watch all of this video before you start cooking and then come back to it. And always, 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 guys, remember to ask for help. We don't want anybody getting themselves hurt, okay? So what we're doing today, guys, is we're making an egg scramble. We're just making scrambled eggs. Eggs are highly nutritious. They are full of proteins, okay, and low in carbohydrates. That makes them well suited for most everybody, okay? And we're going to spice them up just a little bit with some salt and pepper as well as some cheese. So you can see here in this picture that I'm showing right now, all the ingredients, or all of the things that you might want to use in your recipe. Okay, so just follow along. First off, we're starting with eggs. We need to use 2 eggs per person we're serving. Okay, so I'm going to use 4 eggs because I'm going to feed 2 people with it. You just take your eggs and you go ahead and you crack them into the bowl. Go ahead and set your eggshells aside. 4 eggs for me. There we go. Now, you're going to take either a fork or a whisk, right, would work just as well. But for the sake of today, guys, you can just go ahead and use a fork, and that'll work, okay? That's what I like to use. Now, when I do it, I kind of take my bowl, and I turn it a little bit and get my yolks all in the corner of my bowl, and then I just kind of beat it up, right? Give them a nice whisk until all of your eggs look the same kind of color, and you have no more yolks. They're mixed all in with the whites, just like that. Now, once I get that done, I go ahead and I take, I like to use heavy whipping cream. You can use milk if you'd rather. Either would work fine, or half and half. This is just going to have a more like a fluffier egg, okay? So I just take that, and it takes about a tablespoon. I usually just kind of eyeball it, but you can, if you want, go ahead and use a tablespoon and pour that in. And if you're using milk, guys, you might want to use 2 tablespoons. Most of you guys probably are going to want to use milk because that's what you have at home. All right. Now that you got that in there, you just go ahead and whisk it up again. See how that changes the color of it? And you're going to feel it while you're whisking a nice fluffier egg. Okay, before we finish up with this, we're going to take our skillet. Okay, you can use any shape, size, or color. Doesn't matter, okay? I'm using a 10-inch skillet, okay? And I'm going to take that, and I'm going to put it on my stove, and I'm going to kind of let it start to heat up. And you want to take it and put it on about a medium setting, okay? A nice medium setting. Okay, now the next part, while that's heating up, is I'm going to use ham, okay? You can use bacon, you can use sausage, but what I have is ham, and that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to have a ham and cheese omelet. And I just take out my ham, and guys, if you need to, I guess you can cut it, ask for help, obviously, before you use a knife. But I like to use ham because I can just straight rip it. I can just rip it right off. So you can see in my bowl here how I take it, and I just rip the pieces of ham. It's just nice little pieces, and I just let it go ahead and let it drop right in that egg mixture. That's simple. I'm going to do like 3 or 4 pieces of ham, but you can make it as hammy as you want. You can do as much or as little. If you don't like ham, don't put any in. You can just have eggs scrambled, okay? And I mix that up nice and much. Okay, we've got a little bit of temperature in our skillet now, okay? So now you need to take an oil. A lot of you guys might use like a spray like this. That's fine. I'm going to use this because that's what my pan likes the best, okay? This is just regular cooking oil or corn oil. You could even put like a little bit of butter in your pan. You just want it so that the eggs don't stick. I just pour that in nice, just like this. Just a little bit of oil. Doesn't take a whole lot. We just want that oil to start heating up a little bit so that it makes that pan better. All right. I think one more piece of ham. One more piece of ham. Nice and mixed. Okay, now here's the part you have to use your eyes, all right? You got to eyeball it a little bit, as they say. I'm using salt and pepper, just regular salt and pepper, okay? And I'm gonna grind it up. Now, some of you guys might not like salt and pepper in your food. Don't worry about putting it in there, but I like to have a little bit of it. I think that it gives it a little bit more flavor to my eggs. And I go ahead and I just grind it right into my egg mixture, just like that. Now you can see here, guys, my oil. I see how it's a lot more runny. That means that oil's heating up in that pan. I just want to kind of give it a nice little wiggle, so that it gets all over. The whole bottom of that pan is coated, okay? All right. Now, I'm getting ready to cook the eggs in the skillet, okay? When you do that, you're just pouring the egg mixture right in. Nice and easy. Just pouring it right in. All right, good and in there. See how it's already starting to stick and thicken up? Stick and thicken up. Last bits of ham out of my bowl. Get it nice and up in there. All right, now we're cooking. We're ready to go. Remember, you're on medium heat. Medium heat is what you want to do. Okay, I'm going to clean up just a little bit here so we can kind of go to show you a little bit. All right, now I'm using a spatula turner, just like this one, okay? You can use whatever you want. This is what works best for me. Now, as this is cooking, you just want to keep it from sticking to the bottom, okay? So it'll continue to cook, and you just want to make sure it doesn't stick to the bottom. That's what that oil comes in and helps for. You don't want to turn it too much, though, so don't whisk it like you did when the eggs were in the bowl. Let it cook for a minute or two, and then fold what's starting to become that egg, scramble the egg shape that's on the bottom of your pan, and you just kind of fold that up, okay? So I'm letting it cook for a minute. Remember, you're still at like medium to medium-high heat. Now, as this goes, I'm going to let it cook here for just a minute, and then I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, so see, as it's going, I can just go ahead and give it a nice turn. And see how that egg on the bottom is starting to kind of cook and even brown a little bit? I might have my pan. If your eggs are browning, your pan's probably a little too hot, okay? But I just scrape it right off of the bottom. Scrape it right off of the bottom and give it a nice little turn. And then I let it cook some more, okay? So you see how mine was a little, that means I've got my pan just a little bit too hot. So I'm going to turn my temperature down. Now, while this is cooking, since you have to kind of wait for just a minute, this is a good time to if you want to have some toast, go ahead and drop your toast. Now, you don't have to, obviously, right? But good time to drop your toast. That way, when your eggs are done, your toast is nice and warm for the butter and jelly you put on it. All right, we're going to go ahead and give it another turn. It's getting real close, really close. Be careful again, guys. If you're going to use your pan and your skillet in something hot like this, please, please, please make sure you include mom or dad or older brother or sister in on it so that you can make sure we're staying safe. And I bet that they would really appreciate having some eggs when they're done. Okay, so when it gets to about this consistency, so you've cooked it for maybe 2 minutes, this is the consistency that we want from our scrambled eggs, okay? Turn your heat off. Don't forget to turn off your burner. Remove your pan from that burner that it was hot on, especially if you're using an electric skillet. And it's time to get it eaten down. All right, guys, remember, key to this is be careful, okay? If you're using a knife or obviously as hot as a pan can get, make sure you ask for help and definitely ask for permission before. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out, give me an email, and I'll answer anything you want. All right, have a good day.